Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bad Movie Night Podcast. My name is Chris, and tonight we've checked out the 1990 horror sci-fi movie, Virus. Oh, this is in space. There's a virus! Ah!
In Mother Russia, virus infect.
How's that fucking work? I don't know.
You infect virus.
You would infect virus.
I keep forgetting to pull the goddamn trailers.
In Mother Russia,
one day.
virus throw you out the window.
One day we will get there.
I want
Guys,
to create a virus.
we are back for episode 378. We were just saying that 22 episodes ago before we hit episode 400. And my nose is itchy. Sometimes you get like a strange hair that isn't there, but you can feel it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's there. They're just like
It's
8
there.
feet long.
You just, yeah.
But I reach and I grab and I
Wait till your 40s.
and it's like I can't get to it.
You'll go to grab it and like your back will be like, you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, you think it'll be like attached around
Yeah,
there?
it's like internal. You're like pulling your kidneys out through your nose.
Anyways, enough about my lone back hairs. We'll have plenty of
Kidney
time to talk
hairs.
about that. My back hairs. We are a man down. A man has gone overboard of
And-
this ship. Well, we're gonna get there, but Spiv, he's feeling a little sick tonight.
Oh, I
so
thought
he
you were talking
called
about
up.
Lindsay. You're saying
No.
man down.
No.
I realized you
An
meant
actual
Spiv.
man.
Are you suggesting
Actual-
Lindsay's more manly than
No,
Spiv?
no,
Is that
no.
what you're
Well,
getting at?
Maybe.
No, I would like
Yeah.
you to expound upon this,
She
Eric.
could kick his ass, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Well, that doesn't count. Anyone can kick. A strong wind has kicked Spiv's ass before. He's not here. He's feeling a little sick. Lindsay as well. She's got stuff going on, but she will be back. She hasn't quit the show. We thought she quit the show, but apparently she showed up and hasn't
She
quit
was
the show.
back. She was back.
She's back. She's back. She'll back. She'll be back again.
She's like, it's like FMLA. She just has to be here enough to not get fired. We have a policy on the Bad Movie
She's
Night.
keeping that
Yeah.
health insurance.
Yeah, keep the health insurance.
She's like a rash on your back that just keeps coming back no matter what you do. And I know all
I'm
about
sensing
that.
you have problems with your back because you're talking
Yeah.
about back hairs.
Is that where the hair's
rashes.
coming from?
Honestly, I'm concerned because I don't think I've ever seen my back, and I don't know what's going on back there.
Dude, you've never seen. How
There's
do you
these
shave
things
your
called
head?
a mirror.
No, I have like a little mirror, and I look at and I try and do
Yeah.
the back there, but I never look at like what's going on other places behind there. Because one time I like tilt the mirror down and I start seeing things that I just know humans
Don't
should
wanna
ever
see.
see. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like this is
That's
what I
fair.
look like. Oh
Yeah.
my
Oh,
god, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I regret looking now.
I regret looking.
You're like, oh, there's that TV
regret-
remote I lost.
All my life choices. now.
Honestly, I have a beautiful girlfriend, and I often think like, this is what I look like. What the fuck is wrong with her? Like, what happened?
Nothing wrong with Steph.
Oh wow.
No, I know she's amazing.
cool
I'm
as hell.
saying the fact that, anyways, she's with me and looks at me after I've seen what I've seen of myself. Anyways,
No, I
She
don't know.
sees putty that can be molded.
she's like, I can make this.
literal.
I can
fun.
make this into something.
Yeah. Anything.
I don't know, man. You've got a lot going for you.
Anyways, Lindsay not here, Spiff not here. That's
We are.
okay. We are here, and we are talking about Virus, which was Aaron's pick because it was his birthday. Aaron, what did you do for your birthday? Did you do anything fun?
I don't remember. Not much.
No?
I've been feeling like messed up lately, so
Yeah.
I just wasn't in the mood to do it.
How old are you?
43.
When did your midlife crisis start?
12. I don't know that I have. I think I'm starting to approach it now because I'm like, I have a pretty good life, you know. Healthy, reasonably healthy, other than being fat. Like I don't know. I'm like at the point where I'm like, what's the point of all this?
What, life?
Yeah,
There's no point. You have to figure
yeah.
it. You have to make one for yourself.
It's completely fucking pointless.
That's why a
So-
lot of people choose religion because it gives them meaning because
Well,
they
I'm
think
not gonna
that they
I'm
have
not
something
gonna
to go for.
choose that. That's not going to be my thing.
All right. First off, Jamie,
So I'm
I
taking out
never
drugs.
said women are dumb. How dare you? I would never say that. Pretty much every woman I've known, like as a friends, are way smarter than me. Anyways,
Case in point, or shit.
yeah. Now, will I say Spiv's dumb? No, he's pretty smart.
Come
I
on,
don't
Cameron.
even know who I would say is actually dumb.
There's pockets
Steve
of
is
it.
very bright. Yeah, I don't know.
He is. Well, Aaron, midlife crises kick in. They last for a few years.
I guess I gotta buy a Porsche.
And when you make it through it, you'll come out with
Yeah,
a
man.
Porsche.
That's a great thing though. If you can pull that off. I mean, Porsches are really expensive.
You have to fill this
You gotta settle
void.
for something like a Honda Rabbit or something, like a Volkswagen Rabbit.
You got to find some way to fill that void in your soul. And
I've been trying food.
people
That's
usually
not
do it
working.
with like cars and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm at the point now where like
Cars and stuff.
money is like comfortable, right? And I have shit like guitars and all sorts of shit, but like buying more shit doesn't really bring joy. So I need to find the next thing.
All right, I got two things for you. One,
Yeah.
there's always
Help
family
homeless.
that you can help out.
I tried. You don't want. You don't want my. You don't. Want
Two.
No one put his
Notice the
headlight
finger.
in.
He never.
You
came
guys can
over.
actually help me install the fucking headlight instead of ignoring my
You're supposed
text
to come to my
messages.
house. You never
Yeah, and I
showed
said
up.
I could come on Sunday, and you guys didn't say shit. This is exactly this
I
game.
responded.
So now his car's been in the shop.
Now my
for
car's in
7
the shop.
years.
He's
For
fucked,
Ford,
man.
it's gonna be. I'm
He's
fucked.
fucked.
I was
You can
home
help
that
him.
day waiting
He's
for you to come
fucked.
over.
You weren't helping you home for anything.
I literally
That's
was.
a likely story.
Likely
Wow.
story. Wow. Anyways, guys, we'll have plenty of time to pick on Aaron as the show continues. But first, AJ, will you tell me what the 1990 horror sci-fi movie Virus is about?
An alien virus strands people on a Russian ship.
Cosmonaut.
And Donald Sutherland attempts to do
Latvia.
an accent.
Top of the morning to your seaboarding.
Will the survivors be able to
We're gonna be
destroy the
rich.
machines?
Stay away from me, you virus.
Sunk at
Don't feel
sea.
so good.
Find out in the 1990 sci-fi alien ship stranded in the water classic that is Virus.
You're gonna love the infection.
Not be confused with the night.
Once it infects your computer, you're infected. Rated R is
It's so expensive.
so goddamn expensive. It's such a failure.
So Chris, I wanted to see if this will come up here. So
Yeah.
it said,
What's
what does it
this?
say?
What does that say?
There
Yeah.
we go.
I can't read it.
Focus.
Hey,
Are you
Focus.
available
Enhance.
anytime next weekend to work on replacing my headlight?
Okay, yep. And then you guys said stuff,
I'm trying to get it so it can actually.
and then
focus.
Spiv's like,
Okay.
my thing might fill up or whatever. Just read
s-
it. Just read it.
Fuck,
You
okay,
don't want to
fine.
read it.
Yeah.
I said Sunday would work. Saturday I have a crappy wedding midday. And I said, are we doing the control arm too or just the headlight? Spiv said, just got in. I can be free, but plans are coming together, so we'll need to pick a day. Chris said, just the headlight. I can do Sunday.
And then they didn't say anything back.
You never showed up at my
You have
fucking
to
house.
say yes. Let's do Sunday, especially when Spiv's like, "Oh, my stuff's filling up,
Wait.
so let me." Yeah,
amazing.
no,
this
is.
I
I want to vote.
don't
I
have
want to
to do
vote. I
anything.
want to vote. Who? All
I'm
right,
the
let's
one
vote.
doing you a favor.
If you were in
just
the
have to
comments
say,
and you were
cool,
listening,
I'll
I
see
want
you
to.
Sunday.
I want to vote. If you were in the comments, who's right, Chris or Aaron? Leave it in the comments.
Who's asking?
Oh man.
Who's asking the other person to do something for them?
I was asking.
And I
was
said I
waiting
could do
for.
it Sunday.
But then
And you said I could do Sunday, and then you never showed up at my goddamn
But
house.
then
Gas
it
lighting.
does need like a confirmation. You're not.
Thank you,
just gonna-
Rebecca. Thank you.
I don't need any confirmation. I'm gonna be home doing shit. He can show up if he wants or not.
Yeah,
I don't give
he
a
has
fuck.
to drive the whole way
I have
out
to
there,
drive an
so
hour
he
and a half
doesn't
out
wanna-
there.
So then maybe you should say, hey, Sunday works for me. What time works? You didn't follow up at all either.
I said I could do Sunday. I said Sunday.
So we agreed on a day, and then you put
Sunday.
no more
Sunday.
effort
I said
into
it.
it.
I said Sunday.
That's amazing.
Are you coming
Anyways.
over? I'm home this weekend if you need
No,
me.
yeah, you know what happened? The car's at the shop. I asked them if they can install the
fucked.
headlight. They said they
He's
would cost $300. I said, fine, go ahead. They
To
said the
install the
headlight,
headlight?
They said the headlight's
Yeah.
3 inches too short. It doesn't fit the car.
What?
So the
headlight will cost
the $180
$900.
headlight I bought on eBay that is an OEM replacement for the GTI model I have for a 2018 GTI apparently isn't for that and doesn't actually fit. And I got scammed on that too. So
Oh,
there you go.
fuck, dude.
So the shop will give him a headlight for
Again, Chris,
$900.
So I said, go ahead and just get one for $900 and install it.
Just
Josh is
buy
jumping in.
Just
Chris
buy the
didn't
car.
text him either.
See?
I didn't text you because I was waiting to hear back from them about Sunday, and they never got back to me.
Chris is
sounds
too
like it's
busy
stacking, guys.
trying to
It
find
sounds
those
like
extra
it's
3
stacking.
inches.
Story of my life. Anyways, this will go on for a
We
few
digress.
episodes. This is gonna get this arc will continue
This
for
is
the
why
next
we don't
few
hang
episodes.
out, because we all just yell at each other the whole time.
So, anyways, we got a lot to cover though.
We do.
Spiv's not here, which is great, but
Jay Ritt,
we can just add him in there.
right there he is. That's Josh
Yeah.
Rittenhouse. Or Mr. Snake Man. Mr.
Right.
Snakeman?
Can we just add this image and like download this to keep Spiv here with us at all times? Or
We could.
Probably. You can just like share
can't
the
just become
screen
a
as a
box?
person.
Yeah,
You
put
can
it in
just
the
share it.
box.
I don't know how. Anyways, let's move on and do the history hole. So here we go.
All right, so Virus. This movie was released in the United States on January 15th, 1999. And yes, Chris, as you had mentioned, this movie had a rather large budget of about $80 million? $75 million, and it grossed $30 million worldwide, $14 million in the States. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this was not a moneymaker, which is disappointing because it's actually a really fun movie, and we're going to talk about it a little bit later. It was directed by John Bruno. Do you know who John Bruno is?
Late brother to Carl Bruno.
Carl Urban?
I don't know. I just made something up. Who is John Bruno?
He directed Heavy Metal, that
Oh, really?
cartoon movie from the early 80s.
You know who's
He
in
did-
that?
He did one segment of it.
Isn't Julie Strain in that? And her animated butthole?
And
I
her
think
animated
it is.
butthole.
I think it might be,
In
guys.
3D, D. He directed, Star Trek Voyager TV series, 2
Oh,
episodes.
yeah.
Deep Sea Challenge.
Okay.
And T2 3D Battle Across Time videos.
Ooh.
He's primarily known for working in animation, things like Godzilla, Heathcliff, ABC Weekend Special, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Possible, Impossible. This guy, I have no idea how they gave this guy $75 million.
It sounds like
really
he worked
good
on
agent.
big stuff.
Yeah, he
and
did
he's-
visual effects for Avatar, Titanic, Terminator 2, The Abyss, and we'll get into the visual effects for sure. But as far as movies, he really hadn't done much at the time. So that
He knew
is
somebody.
our buddy. Yep, this movie has 2 writers, Chuck Ferrer and Dennis Feldman.
I saw that Carol, or what's her name? Carol Ann Hurd.
Burnett.
What? It's the woman who
Gail Ann
was
Hurd?
Gail Ann Hurd. She was a producer on Aliens. I know that.
Yeah.
And some other James Cameron stuff, I think, because I think they were married or something at one point. But
Oh, really?
I thought that was interesting, considering that this movie is like literally just the Aliens script for the most part,
Yeah. Well,
and a lot of
yeah.
it, and a lot of influence from it.
Yeah, it's definitely heavily influenced. So our writer Chuck Ferrer, he's known for writing Barbed Wire.
Pamela Anderson movie.
Pamela
We should watch that.
Anderson.
I've never seen that. We
I've
should
never
watch
seen
that.
that either.
I've
We
never
should
seen
watch
it
You
either.
can watch that. That'd be fun.
That would be
It's got a
fun.
3.5.
never
We
seen
should
it
watch
either.
it next week.
Three
right.
and a half.
I've never
That's
seen it.
solid.
On
Dude,
That's
we
solid.
should watch Barbed Wire.
That's
Yeah.
how I rated this movie.
All right, that's a
He
great
did.
idea.
He did also write Red Planet, Hard Target.
Red Planet with Val Kilmer and Tom Sizemore.
That was
That
pretty
movie's
good.
pretty fun.
It's kind of
Yeah.
fun. It's a weird one, but it's kind of fun. The Green Hornet.
Okay,
I never saw that. The Jackal.
Oh yeah,
we're
That's
with
AJ's
Bruce
favorite
Willis.
movie.
the remake. Yeah.
Yeah, from '97. Yep. Dark Man screenplay.
Get the fuck out of here,
He's
Dark Man.
Yeah.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
where's that TV series?
Oh
Yeah.
god, that's a series
Where's
that we
that
should
TV
make.
series?
And Sudden Impact. Our other writer is Dennis Feldman, who wrote The Golden Child, Species 2, Species, Species The Awakening, and Just One of the Guys. That's a really weird. How do you go from The Golden Child to a bunch of Species movies?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Does the Golden Child hold up?
I have not seen that since
I think that was a pretty
high
fun.
school,
movie.
maybe.
I love Eddie Murphy, so
Yeah.
This Species movies kind of suck, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really disappointing.
Although
This
I only have seen the first one, so I don't know. It's just the first one's fine and not great, and I can't imagine the sequels are any better.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one, and it was.
Who's in the first one?
Tom
Forrest Whitaker?
Sizemore, Michael
Sizemore
Madsen,
and,
Forrest Whitaker. Is that it? Michael
Forrest
Madsen.
Whitaker.
We keep confusing these movies because they're all the same.
Well, Michael Madsen and Tom.
That and the
Tom
Mimic.
Sizemore,
You're thinking of the
I get
Mimic.
confused
No,
all the
no,
time.
I would never confuse it with Mimic. Mimic's a good movie. That's a Guillermo del Toro movie.
Excuse you, sir.
Yeah, get that
no.
shit out of here.
They both
That's
take
Charles
place
S.
they both-
Dutton,
Aren't
sir.
they both
Hell
take place
yeah.
in a museum and you go underground? And
No,
there's
that's
like a creature?
Relic. What the
That's the
fuck?
Relic.
Oh, that's the Relic.
You cannot.
Relic and Species are the same movie.
No, Species is they grow an alien child
Yeah,
from alien
yeah.
DNA and she escapes and starts having sex.
It's Natasha
Yeah.
Henstridge. She goes around
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah.
But Forrest Whitaker's in that.
Nobody fucks anybody in the museum.
Nobody fucks Forrest
Wow.
Whitaker.
That's where they
Well,
messed
not
up.
on camera.
That's where they messed up.
That's
in
where they
the
went wrong.
story.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's where they went wrong.
Let's be fair.
All right, fair enough.
Museum's a
Big
great
problem.
place for that.
All right, this movie was filmed primarily in North Carolina and Virginia.
Okay.
Norfolk International Airport,
Oh, that's
Pier
interesting,
14,
Norfolk.
Norfolk Naval Station, Stage 8 at the EUE Screen Gem
UEU?
Studio
Huh.
in North Carolina. So some of these actually might have been filmed somewhere near our buddy here, Sean,
Really?
possibly. Maybe he
Norfolk,
is
man, that's
the origin
a
of the virus.
it's an interesting town.
Sean, do you got any viruses you need to let us know about?
So, okay, I wanted to say that there were some other movies released that month that we should probably talk about. We have Varsity Blues.
Okay.
I Don't Want Your Life, which is like that Dawson's Creek guy, James
James
Vanderbeek,
Yeah, James Vanderbeek.
as a football player.
Oh,
which is
man,
not
James.
really believable. in the
I don't
slightest.
want to wait for our lives to be over.
That's great, Chris.
That was a great
And
show.
also, She's All That.
Who was
which is
who was
like
for Pacey? Everyone was for Pacey.
Supermodel,
Oh, Pacey all the way.
Right? Pacey all the
dorky.
way. Yeah, they tried to make what's her face like dorky. I'm like, all right, she's just hot.
Rachel Lee Cook.
It's just-
Well, that's
Just
all,
throw
all you
glasses
gotta do
on
is
her,
take
right?
the glasses off, and then
yeah.
it's ta-da.
yeah. And of course, glasses are what make you dorky, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Aaron's a dork
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
not my
Aaron, take him
personality.
off. Aaron, take him off. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Beautiful.
Ooh, Aaron.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Hi, guys.
Oh, what happened?
It's like the
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
it is like the biggest cop out though. Like,
And then
That's
you
so
gotta-
shitty.
it's so stupid
I don't know why they do that, why it's a trope. It's so stupid. But
because it's
it was
easy.
a pretty popular
Yeah.
movie back in the day.
Very easy.
How old is Freddie Prinze Jr.? Isn't that guy like 80?
Freddie Prinze Jr. Is that what you're sitting here? We're all sitting here watching you Google. Is Freddie Prinze
He's
Jr.
Well,
40.
he's in that movie. And Rachel, I was trying to figure out how old they were, right? Because he's from
Yeah.
76.
76, so
born
he was
in-
20,
When was she born?
23.
Doesn't have
be
her birth
23.
date of birth. Oh,
Dude, do you
October
remember
4th,
To
1979.
be 23 again. And think that there was hope for the future.
That was
Before
fucking
people
stupid.
even started talking about global warming.
Oh, God. Don't get
Oh,
him
my
started.
God.
There we go.
Microplastics won't even twinkle in our
Oh,
eye.
Chris, I found you the
And your
coolest.
testicle.
I found the perfect T-shirt for you, by the way.
For me? What is
Yeah, it's Nakatomi Plaza, like the building.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It says 1986. Die Hard.
Established.
Dude, send that to me. I want one
cool.
that says, "Oh my God, the quarterback is toast." That's what I want.
Oh, the quarterback is toast.
This
Oh,
one's
yes.
pretty cool. It's done like 80s stencil.
That's pretty cool. Send it
Chris,
to me.
there's one thing I want, if you can bring it up, because you had mentioned like
Yeah.
aliens influence, and I saw this in the images for the movie, and I thought this art concept very much felt like that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hold on. It's so small though. I don't know why it's so
Yeah,
small.
why is that small?
You guys see
that's
that?
just
I see an
Oh, there we go.
arrow. An arrow.
I mean, that's totally a face hugger, but it's supposed
Yeah,
to be
it's
the
a
robot jumping on the face.
Robot facehugger. Yep. So that's all I got for this week. I didn't put a ton of effort in.
Okay. This week you didn't put a ton of effort.
Next
I didn't
week,
say just
all
this
the
week.
effort.
Next week, all the effort
I
will
just
be
said I
back.
didn't put a ton of effort in.
That was a good one. That was a good one. It made me laugh. Made me laugh.
All right,
bitch.
let's move on, guys, and talk about Virus. Here we go.
For only $2 a month.
Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienightshow. All right, the time has come. We must talk about Virus 1. AJ, have you seen this movie before, and what did you think?
Actually, I don't think I did. I thought I did, but I didn't. I must be just thinking about The Net or something similar from that era. But no, I had not seen this. No. What did I think about it? It was okay. It was kind of shocking how much money they used on this movie and how terrible the writing is. And then, like, how terrible some of the deliveries are. And, like, just, like, I was shocked by how bad it was. It was entertaining. I feel like if you can make it through the first half of the movie and get to like where there's actually action with the robots, I don't know why there's robots, but you know, that was kind of fun, you know. But yeah, it was okay. It's okay.
Last week you were not here and we had talked about what did we talk about? Virtuosity. Did you watch that?
I have seen Virtuosity.
What do you think of that?
I like that one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Whatever. Rebecca, what did you think?
I thought it was just okay too. I got bored partway through. Like I felt like it was a lot of repetition of like, okay, more robots, fight the robots. Okay, move on to the next place in the boat, fight the robots.
All you know, robots.
I did like the different robots. Like they weren't all the same. Like they were like the little mousy ones. The like everything kind of had its own personality, but I don't know. It was just kind of the same thing over and over.
Okay. Aaron.
So I have seen this before. That's one of the reasons why I picked it, because I thought it would be kind of fun. I know it was bad, but also pretty entertaining. I actually find the pacing in this is pretty good. It definitely reminds me of those movies of that time, of kind of like the what's the one with the tentacles on the boat? We have the
Deep Rising.
Deep Rising, thank you. Kind of feels a little bit like that.
Mm-hmm.
We have kind of the horror on a boat crossover films. We got a lot of films from that time that have this sort of feel to them. But I thought this was well paced. I love the practical effects. They are gory and they look amazing and fun. With Rebecca on, there's a lot of variety to the types of robots and cyborg things going on. I love the horrible like voiceover for the virus.
Yeah.
Human.
And it's all like just sounds like, it doesn't sound like it's in the room with them. It's just like pumped right into your ear. I don't know how the fuck they spent $75 million on this, but I'm glad they did, because it was a shit show and I like it.
Look at that fucking Johnny Five in the background. So badass.
But yeah, the Johnny Five. Yeah, that was Johnny Five.
It was Johnny Five, but he got mad. It was emo Johnny Five.
Oh, man. It's amazing.
So big fan.
I mean, it's not amazing. It's a shitty movie, but it's really fun.
Yeah. I have a ton of nostalgia for this movie, which I'm sure alters my feelings. Maybe if it was a fresh viewing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's no denying the amazing practical effects in this film and the miniature work. And even the CGI, which there is a little bit of, but it's not. But they choose to use it when completely necessary and not at all times. And that stuff is just awesome. The gore, I remember when I like first watched it, being affected by how gory it was.
Yeah.
Those like cyborg scenes where they have the people.
Or like, the faces are all like
Yeah, that's
melty.
true.
And
It's true.
And like nowadays, I've seen everything because I've been on the internet, and you can't go, without
on the
seeing a
internet since
You're broken.
butthole or some
Since I was
sort
a
of. Yeah,
child.
you get to see stuff no matter what you're doing. But this at the time was like a little bit more gratuitous than I was used to, I think. Or maybe. It was a little
Took it up
shocking.
another level for you.
Another level. And it's really cool. I think the weakest part is the script.
Big time.
It's pretty nonsensical, and we can go through some of the story beats. And it does very much harp a lot on the beats of Aliens, I think.
That's fair.
And then the actors in this movie, whom I all like in some ways,
Yeah.
but
They're good.
some of these
Put 'em
characters are awful.
Awful.
Jamie Lee Curtis
God.
is so annoying in this movie. Like, her character is so stupid.
She's not a Ripley.
She's not a Ripley, but
No.
they try to
make her.
But they try to make her a Ripley, but she's just like annoying for some reason.
And I'm not blaming her. I think
No,
a lot of
no,
it's
no.
The character.
No, the
It's just
character
really-
was
It's the
not-
character. I'm only
Yeah,
speaking about
it's
the character.
terrible.
I mean,
Donald Sutherland is like. We're opening up to this film, and he's basically like contemplating blowing his brains out.
Well, and,
He's like-
he opens up that folder. Who is that guy that he's like, it'll let you down, lad?
No idea.
Let you down, laddie.
That's why he's going
Sutherland.
to kill
That's why
himself.
he's
But
going to
like,
kill
who
himself.
is this guy? Why do we care? Then
such
And
a
he's
great
like, well, I
actor.
guess I'll keep myself alive so we can get $30 million.
we're doing it for a shitload of money.
Yeah, exactly.
He's such a great actor. It's such a shitty character. Like, to play.
He was going for something in this movie. I don't know what
Yeah.
it was. It was awful though.
that
Yeah, it was
accent
awful.
Was just
The accent was terrible.
It was terrible. They should have said, don't do that.
Oh, he's not even gonna say a goddamn thing in this plot. What the frick?
Perfect
Whatever.
time.
I'll try
Yeah.
again a little bit.
There's some really bad ones. Yeah.
What about you, Foster?
Oh yeah. She.
God damn it, Chris.
Sorry. Well, we're good.
she's just too good for everybody.
She's too good for everyone.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But a lot of even if I'm to forgive like the reasons behind things happening, because also nonsense, which is fine, and to forgive like them coming on and thinking they're just gonna make salvage and somehow tow or get this huge ass boat back home, all that stuff's stupid, but fine. The other thing that kind of like rubs me the wrong way is like the one character just goes AWOL and starts like constructing everything to be the end of the movie for no reason. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like this
It's
whole like
so
elaborate
weird,
setup of
yeah.
escaping and blowing the thing
But
up.
all
And
the
it's
other
like,
characters think he's like left the ship.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
and it's just incredibly convenient.
And then we get the I couldn't
like
quit you thing at
MacGyver.
the end.
And it has
yeah.
some
He's the
really
MacGyver.
bad writing.
Yeah.
Like, really bad writing.
Well, that's what I was saying.
I mean,
yes,
it
the
is
writing's
cool that the
terrible.
token black guy doesn't get killed within the first 20 minutes of the movie, which
Sure.
is nice.
That's true.
Yeah, he
especially
lasted
for this
pretty
era
long.
of
He lives
movies.
pretty long, and he's the only one that really did anything useful. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that's kind of cool. It's weird that we have Cliff Curtis. He's playing like this.
Cliff Curtis is great.
Oh, he's great.
He's playing like
totally
a-
underutilized in this movie, though.
I don't know what he's playing. Some
He's
like
not Native American, but is he maybe Samoan
No,
or
he's
something?
Samoan or something like that.
Maori.
Oh, Maori. Okay, yeah. So yeah, but it's like a part of his character, but not really. I don't know. He just
Hiko, I
doesn't-
think his name was.
Yeah, Hiko is what they call him. I don't know. And then we got the Baldwin. We got a Baldwin in there.
we got a Baldwin.
Hey.
We don't got the best of the Baldwins.
That's
Or
okay.
ma-
I like
I
the
don't
Wild
know.
Baldwin.
I don't know. I think we got a pretty good one.
he
He's
might
pretty-
be actually better than some of the other ones. He's good
Yeah.
looking.
Decent. Yeah.
He's a sexy Baldwin. I'll
Dude,
give
he
you
was
that.
great in Sharks in Venice. That's one of his best movies.
Well,
Sharks
yeah, of
in
course. This
Venice.
is no Sharks in Venice, though. This
Yeah.
is
No,
this
it's
is
not.
Virus.
Yeah.
And that guy, I don't know his name, but he's funny. He's the comic relief. Mm-hmm. But let's go through a little bit of this storyline here, because the movie opens, and this is the other thing. I initially watched some of the start of this movie on some website that was questionable, and everything was in German, and so I ripped the movie from there to be able to pull clips from, and so I had no idea what was being said, or maybe it was Russian or something.
Еще не допил свой чай.
Очень смешно.
Why?
Пошли
Why would
ранее,
you do
пожалуйста.
that?
But I couldn't understand anything.
Why would you just rent it?
Well,
For a
I did
couple
rent
bucks.
it too. I rented it to
Yeah.
watch.
But yeah, but they
the rip it, I gotcha.
HTCP on
Yeah,
there,
you
so
can't- you can't.
screen cap or anything.
Amazing
Can't rip from-
technology.
John, how are we supposed to say Maori?
Set up the video camera.
Maori?
Just like-
Maori?
It's Maori.
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 Maori?
Maury
Maori.
Povich. Maury Povich is how you say Maury Povich. And that's spelled Maury. So Maori, I would say. I don't freaking know. But anyways, the movie opens with some Russians, I would say, on a boat, communicating via technology with some Mir, which is a space station for the Gen Zers, because they don't know what that is. Out there. Space is when you look up in the sky and it's all dark.
Dude,
When
I
you're
should
not
tell you
looking at
this.
your phone.
I was in this class. This is really funny. This is like a Gen Z joke. I was in this classroom today with the construction teacher, and this kid had these really thick black sunglasses on, and he, the construction teacher threw out the, what's her name from? He's like, "Are you gonna go save Sarah Connor?" I started laughing, and he's like, "None of these kids even know what that is."
Are you serious?
Yeah, and he's right, because of course they don't know what it is.
God
They've
damn,
never
we're
seen
getting
Terminator. They have no idea.
How
It was
have you
funny
not
though.
Seen Terminator. That's
It was
crazy.
really funny.
So they're doing science, and a rogue. I don't know what it is. I guess it's alien
Ship?
or it's
Yeah.
a ship or it's
No, it's like a ribbon.
No, it's a
like
cloud.
it's like a crystalline entity type.
It's a
deal?
virus
No,
cloud.
It's like the what's the thing in Star Trek? The ribbon that takes them into like a.
Oh, the Nexus,
It's
the
the
one that takes them to the
Nexus.
Nexus. And yeah, it blows. It infects everything, and
Which is just stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
It's
not
pretty-
necessarily.
It's
I don't
pretty
know.
stupid.
it's pretty stupid, but it's
Why
fine.
is it stupid?
Because it looks terrible. It looked terrible then. It looks terrible
What?
now.
No, it does
I
not.
don't know if it
look
looks terrible.
You kidding
That's
me?
pretty cool.
It looks like they spent 5 minutes on that cloud flying at the fucking ship, and then you have their classic bad lightning.
Well, they
and
didn't
everyone's
need
getting
it very
shocked.
long, so.
Well, that was actually kind of a cool '80s throwback. I thought, AJ.
Why not just
With, like,
have?
the lightning and the I don't know.
Why not just have metal creatures from space come down?
There it is.
Because the creatures aren't metal. The virus is a
Yeah.
intelligence.
Why can't we just be robots from space? That's
No,
cool.
no, no.
Then
That's a totally
we're
different movie.
Transformers.
Yeah, no. This is cool.
It's more than meets the eye here,
It
AJ.
infects the
I don't think it's
computers, and it uses what it has
Our
to
technology,
rebuild
correct.
something, and then it decides that with fusing humans and machine, it can create a better life form.
Do you
that it
really
can
think that's all
manipulate.
cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cyborgs
All
are
right.
badass.
Weren't you in a band called Cyborg Planet?
We're in a
That
band
should be
called
right up-
Cyborg Planet. What the
I'm
fuck?
I'm
you
not
sellout?
questioning it. I just think like the steps from A to like C and D are just nonsensical in the storyline. Like it seems so stupid.
I mean, I don't
It's
think
just
it's
Stupid. It's supposed to be
Nah,
stupid.
see, I don't think it. I don't like. Yeah, no, I don't think it scientifically makes sense. But I completely understand the elements of the storytelling of it being like some sort of electronic thing that infects the computer systems and takes over to build something. That makes sense to me.
I guess I just had to have seen it in the day, maybe. Maybe that's the thing, because I'm seeing it
You're
from
bringing
today.
today's
from
technology.
I was like, you watched it at
into-
night, and you think watching
No,
it
I
during
just
the
think
day
it's
would
like.
change.
I just think it's
Maybe if I
really
watched it with my
stupid.
eyes
Turn the lights on.
It just seems like something like I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely of the time.
It seems like someone
definitely
spent 5 minutes
is of
thinking
the,
about this plot line.
The late
Yeah.
'90s cheese
Yeah, it's
horror
a
stuff.
a late '90s fear of the internet and hacking and all that shit.
Well, we're
now,
coming up. It's 99, so we're coming up to the millennium bug, and
yeah.
Yep.
computers are going to take over everything.
Yeah, and this is true. It's,
Yep. Good
It-
point.
yeah, if it was they land on a boat, so they're limited with what they have access to, and they do say it's like a scientific research vessel. It's got 44 labs, and it does have like some futuristic tech, which why it has those robotic building laboratories and stuff. And I thought all that stuff was cool, that it was building these machines and it was evolving and everything pretty rapidly. And it wanted to spread because it was a virus that infected all the computer systems. I don't know how you don't think that's cool. I know. Actually, never mind. I know 100% why you don't think it's cool.
I think it's just
because everybody else does.
I think it's just an excuse to have robots on a boat. Like it's just like seems.
We don't
so,
need an
like,
excuse for that. That's just
No.
fucking cool.
Okay, sure. It's an excuse for that, but that's cool. So I want that.
I just
almost
rather
does-
like
wanted.
no
This almost
no
feels like
one's
cosmic
building
horror,
robots
right?
on a boat somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that's just like out of like.
Well, that's
nowhere.
not what the boat's for, but
That's not what the boat was for. Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
what the
This to me-
virus is using it for, because that's what's available.
This
I like
feels
hearing
more
you guys
like,
defend this.
just a cosmic horror movie, but instead of like tentacle creatures and things, we have freaking a virus that turns people into meat bots.
It's an alien manifesting itself with whatever technology has available.
Sure, I just feel like the scenario for the technology being available was just kind of absurd.
Okay, well, no, that's fair. But what would you choose then?
Yeah, what would you
Why
You
not-
have to
why
keep
not-
it isolated, right?
Why
You
not
have
a
to make it
tech?
small.
Why like a government technical laboratory somewhere in a desert or something? That would make sense for having.
I don't
like,
think this was
high-tech
that. I don't think it was
stuff.
like that. Like it was controlling where it was headed, maybe necessarily.
No, but it could have been like what was that movie we watched? Wolf Machine or whatever it's called, where the robot dog. That would have been cool.
Oh,
Wolf
yeah, I know.
Machine?
I forget what it's
Like,
called.
Woof woof.
Yeah, it's like one of the
Project
first
Metal
movies.
Beast.
Yeah, that's
No,
what you'd make.
But I think it
Wolf
makes sense
Machine.
here because the whole point is that it's
a cool band
isolated and stuck on this boat, and if the boat gets back to land, then it can take over the rest. It's kind of like the
Exactly.
thing
yeah, I get
in
that.
That's the thing.
Antarctic, and they can sink the ship, completely killing
Then everything's fine.
electronic
Right.
devices. Yeah,
I
so
just. How much did this movie cost?
70
Way too much.
you
money.
didn't fucking pay for it. Why the fuck do you care?
Someone did, and I feel bad for that person.
What are you talking about? This movie's
What if
awesome.
they love it?
Yeah, what if they
Yeah,
love it?
what if they love it? They love
got-
the
this is- gotta-
zero
this is
return
their
they got on the
passion
movie.
I mean, if I was a
They don't
billionaire,
care
I'd make
about
shit like this all the time.
They didn't care
Alright.
about the investment.
So, this alien and virus infects this ship, this Russian vessel, large built vessel, and then we are introduced to our main cast, which is Donald Sutherland, Jamie Lee Curtis, Baldwin,
Billy Baldwin.
and who else? What's the other? Curtis. What's his name? Aaron
Hiko?
Hiko, and like two other people, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe three.
Yeah,
other
we
people.
have.
The guy that builds all the stuff. Rich.
Yeah, there was a couple of the
Richie.
Yeah, so we have Richie, right? Yeah, and then we also had.
Started with an S. Steve. Swami. Samsonite.
Can we talk about how there's like zero chemistry between all the actors?
Yeah.
They all
Well,
hate
It
each
honestly
other.
feels like they're not even in the same room together.
it's so weird.
It feels like they're acting like, and then they're just compositing it all into one.
I just feel like there's
frame.
no
It's so
direction
weird.
at all. I bet the
Listen
actors
to me,
were just
Baker.
left up to do what they had to do.
Like they're not
For
even
$13
fucking
million,
looking at each other.
I'm willing to overlook all what's come between us. How about you?
But it's stuff like that, like what has come between them? Why
Yeah.
is that?
It doesn't
Why is that even
matter.
in the movie?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's asking himself that
I mean,
question.
they do show pretty clearly up front that Michael Baldwin, Billy Baldwin, Adam Baldwin, whatever Baldwin this is,
Billy.
Stephen Baldwin, okay, Billy Baldwin, is the morally right character right away.
Yeah.
He's the hero. He's the good-looking hero, and they paint that very clearly up front, and they paint Donald Sutherland as like this money-grubbing shitbag. He's
Slime.
yeah, and so the audience knows that. So then you can see whenever they argue, he's like, "Oh well, we're doing it for money, and everybody wants money." And it was a lot of money, $30 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
the
Jamie
movie
Lee
costs
Curtis,
more than that.
Jamie Lee Curtis, right away, it does. She's like, "If there's anyone alive, we can't claim any of the money." And I'd be like,
Actually.
We could kill him.
"Yeah,
Well, that's exactly what Donald Sutherland's plan is.
I think that's what most of those people would consider." Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, not me, because I couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger.
Couldn't do it?
Literally.
No, I don't think I could.
I
I don't know.
couldn't
Like,
see it on a boat either.
I think even for the money, it would just haunt you the rest of your life. That I don't even think I could ever enjoy the money.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
The guilt.
The guilt would be too much. I'd be like,
Eat
Really?
away at you.
yeah,
I don't know. You'd be driving around that new DeLorean. Who knows?
I could
a
cut
new DeLorean. All right.
Who knows how you'd feel that?
You could drive fast enough to get away from the guilt.
That's right.
So there's two storms.
Rebecca, you're a terrible therapist. Okay. Have you tried exceeding the speed limit by 100 miles an hour?
You'd feel a lot better if you did.
Just drive right through that guilt. So
Run it over a few times.
Run over those old ladies. You'll feel great.
in a very similar vein, I think, to Deep Rising, it opens with a storm and a tugboat kind of wrecking and finding a cruise liner.
Yeah.
And them deciding it's actually empty, and if they salvage it, they can make a shit ton of money. But of course, it's not empty, as it's quickly revealed.
We got Nadia
that
on board.
Nadia is on board. She is a Russian person scientist who is fully aware of what has happened here. And this scene is badass. AJ, I don't know how you don't like this movie. Look at those freaking practical effects.
No, I mean, the effects were amazing. I just was like trying to justify the reasoning behind the story and the script and the acting and everything else that's wrong with the movie. That's
I
all.
don't care about the script when it comes to stuff like this, really.
Yeah, I mean,
as long as it's entertaining.
To me, the script is bad, but they fulfilled a lot more with all the effects and the kills and stuff.
Now, if you can combine good writing and good effects and everything,
well, then you have
like a top. It won't be on this podcast though.
No, then you have a Terminator, you have an Aliens, you have things Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you have something really good.
here.
This is derivative. This is certainly derivative of many things that came before it.
Yeah.
But I think knowing who made this movie, it highlights his effects work.
Yeah, totally. Like, the effects are amazing. Sure.
And that's what a lot of effects people go on to do, something they know. I mean, I don't understand it, but there's so many people out there, even in the low budget world, who are like, I wrote the script and I'm like on my second draft and I'm ready to make the movie. I'm like, you just wrote the script, like sit with it for a little while at least, give it some more read-throughs, give it a few passes.
I don't know. I think people don't have that perfection nature, you know.
Because, I mean, unless they veered way off the script, there'd be no way you would read this and not think, like, this is very derivative of something you've seen before. It harps on a lot of other things, and it's not well written. But, I don't know. Also, a lot of audiences don't want to be challenged. They just want schlock, the action, and this delivers on that.
Yeah, that's fair. And that is that era of that being made, So,
the one thing that does come a little interesting, because they keep showing that Professor Seaman, what's his name? Donald Sutherland, Doctor of Boat
Dr.
Captain.
Jizzmaster?
Everton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
his computer skills, he could type pretty well for being a captain.
Bring this to port. New Zealand. Australia. Anywhere you want.
Anywhere I want, Donald
Anywhere.
Sutherland. He gets in a scene where he gets upset because Jamie Lee Curtis slaps him because he's being an asshole, and they're all like running from this terrible Johnny Five machine.
Yeah.
He just like stays behind, which makes no sense.
Yeah, he's just
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
And he's trying to bargain with this intelligence, knowing that every other human that's encountered it has been murdered brutally and turned into some cyborg monster.
Yes.
Why would you want to
to
be anywhere near this intelligence, and why would you assume that it'll make a deal with you? Why does it even need him?
They just really wanted to get to the scene of Donald Sutherland being turned into a cyborg.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty rad. Yeah.
It is rad, but also that is like the shittiest way to go about it, because it doesn't make any sense in any sense. Any sense is not made. No sense is made. But this is some cool shit. Oh, that's not it. I thought it was it.
Yeah, can you play it?
It's welded!
Trying to find it.
There's a whole world waiting out there.
You want to play a game?
Steve Foster, grenade!
These cyborgs though are so like not actually like effective at all. That big Johnny Five thing rips through this ship like it's nobody's business.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But
It's like can opener.
those walls are paper thin when that thing is ripping through the ship.
Especially towards the end. I feel like it just gets in everywhere that it wants to.
And at the end, they turn it into a major CGI. Like, there's a lot of CGI going on.
But it still fits pretty well, considering, I think, given the timing. I mean, maybe that's where a lot of the money went, was in the CGI.
I'm sure.
There was a lot of really bad
That's pretty
CGI in the
new,
late
yeah.
90s.
And a lot of it looked pretty good, considering.
Yeah, I mean,
It was well blended.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to do some of those scenes though, not in CGI. Like, I'm trying to get to this one.
Yeah, with
But there was one
where
with
it
the
comes
rocket launch, or like the.
Oh, when he shoots a rocket at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Here we go.
Yeah.
It still doesn't look that bad to me.
Nah, I think they did a nice job.
So,
Yeah.
the one guy goes off because he becomes the hero for some reason. He wants to escape himself, and he ends up rigging up like the escape chair, which just shoots you out of the ship for some reason.
What is that?
But it doesn't just shoot you out of the ship.
It has
It's like a Rube Goldberg machine.
It
that
makes. Well, why is that on this?
pulls the pins on the. Well, it shoots the rocket, and then the rocket pulls the launcher out, and then when both of those are gone, it pulls the pins out of the grenades.
What is
To
the
blow up
point
the
of that on the ship? Is that if like?
It's Russian. You wouldn't.
No,
understand.
so to me, it was what it looked like was those were to shoot rockets out of, but because of things we didn't see, obviously at some point this alien took over. There were people on the ship. Somebody was rigging up an escape thing, but didn't get to it in time because he was killed.
Right.
Okay.
They needed what they needed, and they kind of had was like the robot building room, but they needed like the hive from Aliens or something where you would go in and it would just be like all the dead bodies and stuff
That'd be cool.
piled
Well, that
up.
was a
they're-
little bit like at the very end when she's in that water.
Oh yeah, and
And
there's
it's just like all the
True.
bodies are floating up because she just keeps. It's
yeah,
just
that's true. I guess that's
continued
What
screaming, continued
Yeah.
screaming.
that was. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
And it works though. Billy Baldwin and Jamie Lee Curtis, who are only in one scene, are they like supposed to be kind of interested in each other, like in a love way, whatever it's called when two people love each other.
Romantic.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
romantic.
know, but
I wouldn't know. No,
Been married for like 16 years. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, Chris.
where in this scene they're like, he's talking about what he's gonna do with the money, and he's like, I'm gonna buy an island, and I'm gonna have a McDonald's, and I'm gonna get fat, and she's like, I would love all that, and then
We're gonna have the
the
best
other guy's like,
children.
when are you guys getting married? And that was it. They don't kiss. They don't do anything else. I don't know what was the point of the building up their this movie feels to me like they wrote a script and then they tore it apart and they just
Yes.
kept parts that
Yes.
don't make any sense anymore because
Yeah.
there's no
that-
payoff later.
There's so many parts that you're like, wait, is that talking about something that
Yeah.
they've referenced somewhere else, but they just never did.
And the movie's called Virus not because the alien is a virus, but the alien says that humanity is a virus at one point.
Oh, we're getting deep.
Mm.
Getting deep.
Which, I don't know. That doesn't really sell for me.
No.
But
No.
and it doesn't I mean, I guess it's supposed to point to the alien's motivations of why it wants to kill everyone,
But not really.
but not really, right? Yeah.
No.
Like, why do you care? You don't need to
Yeah.
be
It'd be
here.
one thing if it wants to
it's-
kill everybody, but another thing to just like want to convert everybody into these cyborg monstrosities.
yeah.
Like that's a lot of work for what game?
I honestly feel like Donald Sutherland, even as an old seaman, was like
Dr.
had more
Jisman.
mobility and stuff before he was a cyborg. Because
Yeah.
once he became a cyborg, he was like so
He couldn't even
slow and
swing the
feeble.
axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and he should have been a cooler cyborg. Like I was really waiting for that. Like I don't know.
I wanted some sort of like somebody that's acting pretty normal. Like, oh, they ran back into this guy and he's kind of normal. And they're like, he's slowly like being a little weird, little off, but they're not sure. And then like you see like a little reveal of like a little implant on the back of his
Like,
head
you're
and
not sure if
realize
he is.
he's
Yeah.
like, oh shit, he is a cyborg. And then like a bursting out of him.
That they
like You could
they
really
should've-
go far with that.
They should have took the influence from the Thing more, and
yeah.
like it would have been like we don't know who's a cyborg
More
or
of that
who's not.
who
And
we
then,
trust, who we not
Yeah.
trust.
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
that would
Just
be
like,
cool.
Yeah, but then it's still derivative, but it would have been
Well, yeah,
more interesting.
but that also means that AJ, we can make that movie. Oh yeah, we're
There
calling it
is.
the
Not a virus.
the virus thing.
Yeah.
That's what we'll call it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I don't. All the cyborgs in like movies that we've known so far, like even in Terminator 1, like they all like move really slow, and you're like, okay. But then you see that fucking dog thing that is in real life, and that thing moves in a way that makes me uncomfortable. And that's what real cyborgs will be like. They'll
Well,
move
now-
better than humans.
China put guns on those dog things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, put guns on them.
I mean,
Well,
How
yeah.
else you gonna kill people?
Yeah,
yeah.
you got to put guns on everything.
Like, yeah. Like,
It's pretty sad that China did it before America.
I mean, we
know
should
for
have
our
those
guns here.
patrolling the schools.
I want to go to a
Oh,
gas
yes.
pump and get confused about whether I'm pumping
They
gas or
can
shooting
be
guns.
therapy dogs and protectors.
Put a hole in my
Oh,
car.
it's brilliant. It's brilliant. You can train them and then go into the army and have one. It's your
Well, it's
pets.
because they say
They-
too many young people are too fat and unhealthy to be in the army. So they have
You
to
could
go in
ride
the
them
army.
around as like
Yeah.
a seat as well.
I mean, they
Giddy
do
up,
have
motherfucker.
robots they send into like places,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they carry supplies and stuff. They're not combat.
Yeah, and a lot of
Yeah.
people use drones also, like small
Drones
drones.
Well,
are
yeah.
huge, yeah.
I heard that like naval combat is like a thing of the past because drones can just take out boats or ships.
Yeah, well, so
Much
is
easier.
the Air Force. Like, you just send a drone up.
That's why we
Drones
have
are cheap.
Yeah.
the Space Force or whatever it is.
Space Force.
It's interesting too because I heard this whole thing about this. They were talking about Americans. We have like really bad tech in the army. We don't have access like China does to good tech. So
No.
our drones, when we build a drone, it costs a fortune. The DJI like photo drones are better than what our military is using
There-
as drones.
There
Like,
is no way that is accurate. Our
Yeah.
military is beyond. There's no way that's accurate, AJ.
Oh, I sat in a classroom and a woman who flew drones brought some in and was talking about it. How expensive these drones cost because they can't buy the materials
Well,
overseas.
That I could believe that.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm
good,
sure. Yeah, there's some production.
Well,
There
our
are
military
many
doesn't
things.
care about what stuff costs, though, AJ.
No, our military has all the
Their
money in the
budget
world.
That drone
is
costs more.
No,
ridiculous.
but we don't have the
Yeah.
we don't have the actual like tech that like China has.
I
We have
guarantee.
the intellectual technology. We don't have the
perfect it.
production capabilities.
I
Yes.
guarantee we have the tech beyond. I guarantee
Beyond?
it. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just go to Maryland or Delaware and look at
Yeah.
all
There,
the
I
there's
know.
many.
massive,
I was talking to this woman
companies
who
building.
was just going over to she was literally going over for the U.S. to what's it called?
Was this person working at the Burger King
What,
drive-thru?
was she like?
I've got
who was this woman? What did she work? Where did she work?
She's a drone specialist that works for the Air Force, and she was going over to Ukraine to help.
Well, Ukraine has been using drones highly effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
but they have
Ukraine
better-
gets our very old stuff that we don't use.
Munition-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, what
we're
the
not,
fuck are we talking about?
We're not here to dispute. AJ's
You know what they don't have,
negativity
AJ? They don't have
about-
microplastics
That's true.
in their
I
testicles.
bet they do.
So Donald Sutherland becomes a cyborg. He gets killed. They kill the robots. They escape from the ship. The ship sinks. End of the movie. I wanted them to like land on I thought they would like float onto an island, and then they get off and
You
they're
didn't like the
"This'll
Titanic
work."
ending?
Oh, the ship sinking
That's
or what?
quite a flare.
Oh yeah.
Who's
Oh, I like-
breathing into their mic?
Not me. It's AJ because he's got so close to him. I like the scene where
The fake ending or the
they find Maori or whatever, Maury,
Yeah.
and
what,
he's
Heiko.
Hiko? Hiko. Hiko.
Yeah. and they think he's still alive or he's a robot, but that was actually just a dream. Anyways, that's it. That's all I got. Anything else?
Nope. I think we covered it.
All right, AJ, would you recommend Virus?
No.
It's okay. If you like your big budget, action movies, then yeah, I think this could be right up your alley. I wish we would have got there a little sooner, and I just want a little bit of a better script. It doesn't have to be great, but man, this is just like, it was really bad.
Robot go burr.
We didn't even talk about like the alien stuff though. They like that woman they find. She's like Newt, who knows what's going on.
Ripley.
You have Down Sutherland, who's like a stand-in for Burke at one point. Like it's all very aliens. Mm-hmm. Rebecca, would you recommend this?
Yeah, I mean it slowed down a little bit for me, but it's got a lot of positives to it.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, no, I definitely recommend this. Watching it again after all these years was still pretty fun, but I think there is some heavy nostalgia at play for me, so I could see why AJ and Rebecca didn't like it nearly as much.
I think you do this movie with Deep Rising, a double header. I think Cliff Curtis is in both of those movies, if I recall.
I think so too.
And you can't go wrong. This is a fun movie.
You need some like new metal thrown in there once in a while, like Ghost Ship. You need some like random Mudvayne songs or something.
Oh yeah, Ghost Ship.
Because it was the late '90s, and that just works when you got stuff blowing up.
Dude, that first like 10 minutes of Ghost Ship are fucking amazing. The rest of the movie is pretty dog shit.
It's pretty dog shit.
Yeah, I like this quite a bit. AJ's giving me U.S. drone information.
I can't even access this website.
Useless in Ukraine. Okay. Do you go to like depressingnews.com to find like your articles?
I go to where the tides take me.
Your algorithm
disinformation.
Your algorithm. They should do a movie
it's like the script in this movie.
They should do a movie like Inside Out where you have like characters represent things, and it would be about your algorithm, and it'd be the most depressing place on earth.
You should make a documentary, Chris, on how
be the internet.
Algorithm influence people.
Yeah, seriously. All right, time to move on. Play game. Here we go.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of complete, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly unpleasant. Shall we play?
Hell yeah.
Let's get
Facts.
Boat facts.
Get your fucking boat facts on the podcast now.
So how old is the youngest person to circumnavigate the world solo?
14. What, at the time?
22.
14. 7. Jesus.
Yeah, man. You can't. These kids have trust funds. Come on.
7?
Yeah.
Solo, though.
Yeah.
22.
Barely tie their shoes at that age.
I've seen 7-year-olds walk down the street.
I had to start Jacob's shower earlier.
Oh, wow, really?
Which way do I turn the knob?
I have to force my kids to get showers.
Man. I don't know. My 6-year-old knows how to shower by himself.
But does he know how to circumnavigate the world?
Yeah, AJ, can he circumnavigate the world?
Dude, he has
Solo.
AI. He has AI. What else do you need?
Give me a 7-year-old that knows
Chat
what the word
GGP.
circumnavigate means.
Be fine. Be fine.
All right.
Sorry.
She was 14.
Jesus.
There she is. Yeah. So, how many days did it take her?
80.
78.
80 days.
Nah, a bit more
96.
than that. 114.
It took her 518
What?
days.
Wow.
She started when she was 14. She was 16 when she finished.
And how rich is
Well, I
her
guess
family?
It is a sailboat, so it makes-
How much money does she come
Yeah.
from? What does her dad do for a living?
What language do we get quarantine from as a sailing term? Is it Italian, French, German, or Spanish?
Italian. A quarantine.
French. No, Spanish.
A nice
Spanish.
Florentine
Spanish.
and a quarantine.
French.
It is Italian.
It is Italian.
40 giorni, which is 40 days, because ships that would come into port, you had to stay on your ship for 40 days before you could get off, unload, all of that stuff, just to keep diseases from spreading.
Okay.
So
Pretty cool.
They were in
Pretty cool.
quarantine. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
What fruit is said to be bad luck on a ship? Oranges, bananas, apples, or pears?
Well, pears are the shittiest one out of all those, so say
I'm
pears.
gonna say apples. Oranges were a good way to combat
I
scurvy
think-
because you need vitamin
Yeah,
C.
you get
I think oranges
Sure.
make sense because they probably last longer than a lot of those other ones.
I'm gonna
Like
say
bananas
apples.
Bananas and pearls are not gonna last. It has to be.
Yeah,
oranges.
bananas are gonna go bad.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah.
Same with pearls. Yeah, oranges.
So bananas are the bad luck.
Really?
Specifically when it comes to fishing. You're not supposed to
Interesting.
have bananas on board if you're fishing because the fish won't bite.
Because they don't like bananas.
I don't know.
What?
How many people were on board the first ship to come to the Americas?
65. Because the rest of them
113.
died.
10.
120.
10.
There were 40 on board, and it was only
70 feet?
70 feet
Yeah,
long.
those ships are a lot
Fuck.
smaller than people think.
Yeah.
It's
they
like a
are.
big raft.
It's
Have you ever seen the New
it's
World?
like
They're
the
all like
size
these
of
tiny
a
boats.
bus.
Yeah.
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 Could you imagine
Sure.
that? All that
But it-
time.
With 40 people on that little space.
Mm-hmm.
Across the ocean, hoping to
Yeah.
get some. Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus.
As of 2022, how many registered vessels were there in the United States?
Well, how many old rich white men are there? And then double it.
187.
What?
1.9 million.
Wait.
1 billion.
187,000.
1 billion.
Half the neighborhoods around in my people in my neighborhood have boats. So
A
I don't
billion.
know.
I would not register my boat if I had
Fuck
a boat.
boats.
A billion. A billion boats.
I'm on a boat.
A billion boats.
It's
11 million.
11.8
Holy
million boats
Are we counting kayaks? Do you have kayaks?
There's that many fucking boats?
in the
Dude,
United States.
everyone has a boat.
I don't have a boat. I have no
I don't
interest
have
in
a
a boat.
boat.
Too much work.
And that can be anything from like the boat that's shown there, like just a recreational boat, all the way up to commercial.
Yeah, it's quite a few of those, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
What's the difference between a ship and a boat? Is it its weight, its length, the number of people on board, or its purpose?
Purpose.
Yeah, probably
Because that one looks
purpose
like
or
it's
number of
3-day
people.
tour, a 3-hour tour.
Its length.
So the difference is its weight. If it's over 500 tons, it's a ship.
Jesus.
If it's less than
500
500 tons, it's a boat.
Those cargo carriers must get up to like 1 trillion tons, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
How long does it make?
like-
Not that much,
take
but
to
like
build one of
A
those
ridiculous amount.
A
Like,
ridiculous amount,
because
yeah.
think about one of those cargo containers alone, how much that's going
And
to
those-
weigh.
all those
And then
cargo
the
things,
one
man.
thing I saw said that the biggest one of those can carry 23,000 of those containers,
So
which
talking
is just like
hundreds and
you can't
hundreds and-
even imagine how much weight that is.
And
Give
they're
it
not
up
that
for
wide,
buoyancy,
really,
right? Am I right? Hell yeah,
Are
buoyancy.
those like are all cargo ships handmade? Like, do people
As-
like
No,
stamp them
AJ,
out?
the alien virus makes them for us.
They're made by elves, actually, like all your Christmas
So like
presents.
parts of the parts of
They're
the
burned.
Keebler
hull,
elves.
parts of the hull are not like molded in a factory somewhere.
See, when a daddy boat and a mommy boat really love
Definitely,
each other.
they
They
definitely.
just emerge from the depths.
No, AJ, I think they're probably they're probably like big panels and they weld them together and shit. I
Yeah,
don't know.
they're yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, lots of
I
It's
mean,
a
I
lot of
think-
lot of resources there.
They have to have a huge area to put them together. And
Do they have any like boats like that that are electric boats where it's like
Yeah.
solar powered or some shit?
they've been testing that because cargo ships are like the most polluting thing in the world.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah,
Seems like you could be doing that. I don't know.
it's
I don't know
slow.
anything
I
about
mean,
boats.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can get enough.
The problem is like the batteries, like the minerals and things you need to make the batteries. We can't get here.
True.
the average cargo ship weighs 165,000 tons.
Just like your mom. Oh, hi-yo. Got him.
What is the life expectancy of a boat?
12.
A boat or a ship?
Of a boat.
12 years.
15 years. 15.
22 years.
15.
It's about 25 years.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
I'll be dead in 25 years.
Yeah, and it'll start to rot. But that's like if you take care of it and like you can't just let it sit and
In water all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, you gotta dry dock it.
Oh yeah, who doesn't like a little dry docking now and then?
All right, there you go.
Nice
now you have
job.
some boat knowledge.
Thank you, Rebecca. That was a great
facts.
boat game. Time to move on. Do some listener feedback. Read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you? All right. Last week we talked about the 1995 action movie Virtuosity, to which nobody left comments except for 2 people.
Jesus.
I know, we're getting,
Why
it's
do we
getting
do this?
sad. The first one, Jinx, D3LV2505 says, I got in trouble for laughing during this movie the first time I watched it.
I could laugh at this movie. It's ridiculous.
Virtuosity?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Were you in the theater? Why would you get in trouble?
I feel like there's like legit comedy in that movie too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Foodies Network says, how F and dare you? I love Virtuosity. Sid 6.7 is a legend, LOL. I mean,
We liked it.
we all like the movie, so again, I don't know how we F and dare, I guess.
You gotta
Was
listen
that
to it,
said
I
like
guess.
tongue in cheek or like actual?
No,
anger?
it's probably, I don't know. It's probably just one of those comments because they saw the movies or the podcast called Back in the Night.
Jeff, what was that fucking RV from Satan movie? we
Oh my
watched that
God.
we all loved, and we got so
Ride
much
with the
shit.
Devil?
Yeah.
Dude.
Race with the Devil.
Race with
Race
the Devil.
with the
That was
Devil.
fucking badass.
From the
How
70s.
dare you?
How
all
dare you
should
make
burn in
fun
hell.
of
Like,
my
dude,
childhood?
We loved that fucking movie. I could watch that again anytime.
I dare you race the devil.
We did love that movie. Everybody, we had a great time talking about that. That episode has 29,000 views, 169 likes, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. Back at our peak.
Yeah. Actually, some of these comments are pretty good. I'm looking at that one right now.
Oh, did it get better? Because when it came out, it was.
The one of the comments was 12 minutes in, and not one word about the movie. You're getting a thumbs down.
That's fair. We were talking about RVs and Chris's butthole.
We banter. What are you gonna?
I said, sorry, it's just the show. It's the show's format. Someone said, I thought the same. They think they're comedians. They aren't. Clearly, all the yapping before the film discussion was annoying. I feel like I was sitting in a student lounge and they just opened their second beers.
Wow.
Third beer.
Then the next
beer.
comment is, I think it's a little bit more than 12 minutes. They didn't speak about the film. They didn't mention anything through this whole video. Might as well change the title. Spiv replied, to be honest, we're on at least our third beer by that point.
Hey, there we go.
You can't win. See, the problem
Yeah,
the problem
let's
is
just stop
if people don't like you immediately, then anything you do is wrong. So
I just don't care.
so yeah, you just
Yeah, then go
They
find
can
something you
think
like. We don't
what
have
they
to like
want
us.
to think.
somebody said
don't have to like you.
28 minutes until you finally got to the movie. Please start doing timestamps so we can bypass this boring shit.
I think we actually started at one point, didn't we?
Yeah,
Because of those
because of
For a
comments.
while.
I
Yeah.
remember reading these comments and we were like, "Oh, we're gonna tighten it up."
Tying up real well.
No, we're not.
Oh my God, there's a mean one about Aaron on here. Someone should tell Aaron that the movie voice he keeps putting on really isn't funny. He's using it as a substitute for wit. I don't think we've ever said we have wit. We've never said we had anything. See, this is why you shouldn't fucking read
I
the
do because
comments.
it's fun. I don't
They're like,
give a fuck if it's
they're like, I'm
mean.
sorry, we were hanging out and made a thing
In
that
a
you could watch or
world,
not
you
watch.
could go
and
fuck
you can shit all over.
yourself.
Yeah, so anyways,
This
that's
is probably
why
not healthy
Whatever.
for us to read old.
yeah, this is why you don't read the
Yeah.
comments.
Moving on,
This is why you don't
moving
read the
on.
Go ahead and
comments.
close that
Let's
up.
just close that
Moving
up
on.
and let's just end this right now.
In a world where you could suck my dick. No, I'm just kidding. Keep on.
Anyways, leave a comment. Leave a positive comment. If you don't leave if you leave a negative comment,
That's okay too.
it's okay.
It's kind of fun.
It's okay. Kind of an asshole. It's okay.
Yeah. You're an asshole. We're assholes. It's all good.
I'm not an asshole. I don't leave negative comments on things. If I
I
don't
don't
like
either.
it, I just leave.
I don't exactly. I just don't comment.
So
Which
yeah,
is why your car is still at the shop 4 days later.
probably
True story.
Dude, why don't you?
True story.
True
But I
story.
wouldn't I don't know. I wouldn't, if somebody made something, I wouldn't just be a dick about it.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
just choose to not say anything.
Usually
Anyways.
it's just not my thing, right? Now, if it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever.
So, those are the comments.
Not getting upset by that.
Almost 400 episodes in. Just
Going strong.
floating the idea out there about doing something else. Just saying again.
Let's do it. What are we doing?
But we got the wheel. Do we do the wheel or are we doing barbed wire?
I say
Barbed
we're
wire.
picking
Movies.
We're doing barbed wire.
All right.
This is the year of what we want.
Yeah.
The summer
I'm
of
tired
George.
of being nice.
It's the summer of George.
Summer of George. Tired of being nice.
Where can we watch
Are you
it?
still decompressing or decomposing?
Yeah, where can we watch barbed wire?
Well, let's watch the trailer first. and
Ooh,
we'll
during
figure
the Second American Civil War in 2017.
Oh my
shit.
god!
Sounds
Really?
cool.
Is that what this is about?
Yep.
I've
Sounds
never
cool.
seen
I'm on board.
People also search for Tank Girl, Showgirls, and Vampirella.
Oh, it's
it.
right up our alley.
Tank Girl is a good movie.
it. That's actually pretty. Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Oh,
I mean, it's weird, but
Laura Petty's great.
she is. Doesn't quite hold up to the comic book, but whatever.
ah,
Music!
Oh, it's like chugging.
that was cool.
Dude, this looks cool.
This looks awesome. It's Thirsty Lisa. Let's do it.
All right.
Not what I expected at all.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
stopping
pumped.
this looks way
Looks
better
good.
than I was expecting.
All right, cool.
All right, so that's what we're doing next week, guys. We're gonna watch the 1996 movie Barbed Wire.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Which-
barbed wire, not barbed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is her
Barbed
name
Wire.
Barb?
I guess so. Oh, it looks like it's on Tubi.
Cool. Tubi's the
Wait,
best.
nope. Content unavailable.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
Tubi.
wouldn't watch this on Tubi. It's available to rent on Amazon. You're gonna have to rent it again, guys.
All right, that's
Sorry.
fine. We'll run it.
It's worth it. I'm excited for this. Starring, of course, Pamela Anderson. The 1996 classic Barbed Wire is what
Very
we're
much
watching
fun.
next week. Yeah, make sure you go and leave a comment on this video to make us feel better since we went down the depression hole, which we were trying to not do. Also, Transient, our movie, should be out. It might be out by the time this next podcast
Yeah. We'll see.
comes
so
out.
excited,
So,
for you guys.
We'll see.
if it does come out and you see about it, please check it out. Please leave a review. That will really help out the movie. We worked really freaking hard on that thing for years, and I think it's a good movie. And
It's a good movie.
give it a chance is all I want. Sean says he can rip his. Sean, we don't know if we want your DVD because it'll get like skipping at certain sections. I'm sure. We want.
It's not a VHS tape. It's not like he wore out certain parts.
He wore out certain parts for sure. That's what we're watching next week. What is this? Butt Village. Oh,
What?
forgot I had that. Oh, you weren't here last week. You didn't watch the
Wait,
podcast?
he didn't see the polyps?
All right, AJ.
Wow.
The music choice is just
Going right inside Russell Crowe's butthole. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Consider joining the Patreon. Patreon.com/badmovienight-show. Leave a review on iTunes. Help out the show. Leave a comment. Do something. Something, please.
Call us assholes.
Call
Make fun
us
of
something.
the world.
Yeah, just do something. Thank you.
Okay,
We will catch you here next week, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast.